As the largest host country for Syrian refugees, Turkey's President Erdogan left his mark at the General Assembly, calling on the rest of the world to live up to their obligations regarding Syria.
We're covering all of the needs of some 3 million refugees, from lodging to food and clothes. They live in conditions that have been praised by various visitors. Turkey has spent over $30 billion on relief efforts and in return hasn't received much help from the international community.
Turkey is concerned that a prolonged conflict could leave the country vulnerable to more extremism. And the last thing they need in the region is another conflict in Iraq. The reason, says his advisor, why the president opposes a referendum that calls for independence in the Kurdish autonomous region of Iraq.
It's critical for, I think, the region and the entire world, because if this referendum goes ahead, and the president also, asserted this in his speech, that it's likely that it will lead to new conflicts in the region, which is the last thing the region needs and the world needs, because we're already dealing with Daesh in Syria and in Iraq, and Turkey is also dealing with the PKK threat.
In this year's General Assembly, Turkey is at the forefront of countries seeking justice for the Rohingya people. Many are calling for the protection of the minority group from persecution by the Myanmar military. Erdogan's speech has been dominated by a series of humanitarian cases across the world, but his final message targeted reforms right here at the UN. The kind of reform the US has been pushing for is one that deals with the UN's finances and bureaucracy, but President Erdogan is pushing for a political reform that focuses on the restructuring of the Security Council and for veto power to go beyond the 5 permanent members. It's a sensitive challenge and one that the Turkish leader seems determined to keep on the UN agenda. Ediz Tiyansan, TRT World, United Nations.